I'm in a very unique position because it's my second go at this story. But I've just now lived in this world for so long, and I am just...
You killed Joel. He did what he saved me. I'm the one that there's no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go. I let you both live. And you wasted it.
It's a completely different show this season. And everything's fine.
You are...
We made a deal to tell this story, and we're telling this story.
You know, every now and then, Hollywood gives us a gift. Not like a gift-wrapped Ferrari, more like a gift-wrapped The Last of Us Part 3 cancellation notice with a big red bow. And guess whose name was conspicuously missing from the recipient list? Our very own Bella Ramsey. Now, I'm not saying they threw a party, but I bet the catering budget for that farewell notice was bigger than the entire season 2 wardrobe. And let me tell you, when HBO and Neil Druckmann decide it's time for a cast member to hit the road, they don't send a polite email. They send a raven. A very, very quiet raven.
Actually, people were critical of some choices that we've made in the show.
Yeah.
And they were saying like, oh, I like this better in the game, and this was more subtle in the game, whatever they said.
And speaking of quiet, wasn't it just delightful how Ellie in season 2 was supposed to be, 19, but still looked like she was hitting puberty for the first time? Again, most teenagers hit growth spurts. Ellie apparently hit a stasis spurt. It's like they found a magic potion that freezes you in time, but only from the neck up, and only if you're playing a character who needs to age 5 years. Seriously, you could show a side-by-side of season 1 Ellie and season 2 Ellie, and the only difference would be the lighting and maybe a new stain on her shirt. It's almost impressive, that level of consistent youth. And consistency, my friends, is key, even when it's consistently wrong. They say age is just a number. For Bella's Ellie, it was more like a suggestion.
There's a certain privilege that I feel and a certain appreciation of like, as an artist, as a writer, as a storyteller, whatever title you want to put on us, you just hope you find some audience.
Now, you might think, oh, it's just about her looking young. Nah. If it were just looks, Hollywood would just slather on more digital de-aging. Or, just hire an actual older actress. No, this, my friends, was a deeply personal affair. We're talking Game of Thrones level backstabbing, but with less dragons and more awkward silences on set. The whispers from the set, they weren't about artistic differences. They were about artistic differences with a capital D-I-V-A. When you hear reports of an actor pushing back against scripts, rewriting scenes on the fly, and refusing reshoots unless their vision was respected, that's not collaboration. That's a hostage negotiation with a script supervisor. And let's be honest, nobody wants to negotiate with a script supervisor. They know things, they see things, and they carry pens. Dangerous.
Look how far games have come, that we could have this conversation. It's like you could compare the two, and that the game can sit side by side with an HBO show.
And the stories. Oh, the stories. Apparently our dear Bella was impossible to direct. Impossible. You hear that about a 2-year-old on a sugar rush, not a professional actor on a multi-million-dollar set. Neil Druckmann, a man who has, created an entire universe, was reportedly frustrated. Frustrated? That's like saying the Titanic had a minor buoyancy issue. When the creator of the world you're inhabiting is tearing his hair out, you've gone beyond creative input and landed squarely in creative interference. It's one thing to have a vision, it's another to try and blind everyone else with it. And let's not even get started on the HBO producers. They were apparently caught between defending their star and dealing with internal chaos. That's like being stuck between a rock and a very, very entitled place.
That's weird. I don't know why.
Yes, you do. I'm not stupid and I'm not blind.
You were guessing? Look, she's obviously gonna tell you. So just act surprised, okay? None of this has to change things between us.
But the drama wasn't just confined to the soundstage. Oh no, the fans, bless their cotton socks, they had opinions, and boy did they share them. Social media lit up faster than a Christmas tree in July. Hashtags like Not My Ellie started trending. Not trending like a cute cat video, trending like a full-blown internet rebellion. Forums and fan groups, which used to hype every trailer, turned into battlegrounds. It was less fan discussion and more digital gladiator arena. And what makes it worse? The more HBO tried to push Bella as the face of the franchise, the louder the backlash grew. It's like trying to put out a grease fire with more grease. Just makes it burn hotter, doesn't it? And all this while season 2 was supposedly going to redeem everything, which it didn't.
How far down that road did you get in your mind about playing Ellie in a Last of Us film?
I think it just really felt like a big deal. And what I remember, like the highlights of that time were just going to Naughty Dog, like headquarters, I guess, and walking around with Neil and him showing me how the game is made.
Speaking of redemption, season 2 opened strong. Millions tuned in. Then, like a leaky faucet, the numbers started dripping, then flowing, then gushing right down the drain. Viewers dropped off faster than my New Year's resolutions. Reviews got harsher than my aunt at Thanksgiving dinner. Fan videos started dissecting every single frame, every single line, accusing the show of abandoning everything that made season 1 special. And they had a point. When your show starts looking like a fan fiction gone rogue, people notice. It's one thing to experiment. It's another to treat your loyal fan base like guinea pigs in a poorly thought out scientific endeavor. And the real kick in the gut? While all this was happening, rumors started swirling that Pedro Pascal, Joel himself, was distancing himself. Pedro, who usually looks like he's just happy to be there, was reportedly done babysitting a PR mess. When even the chillest dude in Hollywood wants out, you're in deep. And this, my friends, is where the real nail in the coffin was hammered. For months, we all speculated about The Last of Us Part 3. Would Ellie return? Would they somehow fix the narrative train wreck of Part 2? Neil Druckmann would tease possibilities, but nothing ever materialized, and now we know why. The Last of Us 3 wasn't just delayed, it was collapsing. Budget talks stalled, creative rewrites went in circles, probably because every time they came up with an idea, someone said, but what about Bella's vision? Sources say Neil Druckmann, the man who breathed life into this whole universe, just walked away from Bella Ramsey's version of Ellie, frustrated, exhausted, and just done. That's like a chef abandoning his signature dish because one of the ingredients keeps trying to cook itself. It's just not going to work. So, what happened next? The executives at HBO, bless their corporate hearts, reportedly held a private summit in early 2025. And what came out of that meeting shocked even industry veterans. Not a renewal, not a spinoff, not even a polite thanks for trying. No, just cancel everything. No season renewal, no part 3, and here's the kicker, no Bella Ramsey. No announcement, no farewell post, just silence. The decision to cancel part 3 came with a hidden second move. Bella Ramsey was allegedly let go at the same time. No press release, no public apology, just a quiet removal from cast lineups and all internal pitch documents. Her name was erased from promo decks, her involvement in future spin-offs shelved. One anonymous HBO producer reportedly told an insider blog, and I quote, "She wasn't just recast, she was erased." That, my friends, is the Hollywood equivalent of being unfriended by the entire industry. And the aftermath? It was immediate. In the weeks following this internal decision, Bella's online behavior changed drastically. She stopped promoting the show, she vanished from press tours. Scheduled interviews were quietly canceled, probably because the questions were getting a little too close to. So, about that erased thing, her social media activity became cryptic. Vague posts about betrayal, growth, and starting over. Fans noticed. Articles popped up. Where's Bella? Became a trending topic. Then came the unfollows. Quietly, subtly, Bella unfollowed multiple co-stars and even HBO-affiliated pages, deleted behind-the-scenes posts, comment sections turned off, TikToks removed. A PR firm was reportedly brought in to manage the noise, which, let's be honest, is like bringing a teacup to a tsunami. Some say HBO offered a quiet payout for her silence. Others believe she's holding out. Either way, the silence is deafening. It's like the sound of a career hitting a brick wall at 100 miles an hour. And as Bella faded into the shadows, the internet, being the kind and gentle soul that it is, did not forget. Oh no. YouTubers and streamers started breaking down every red carpet clip, every behind-the-scenes rumor. Channels with millions of subscribers released exposes titled things like "The Real Reason," "Bella Ramsey Got Dropped," and "Why HBO's Ellie Never Worked." Podcasts that once praised Bella started questioning her. attitude, her decisions, even her original casting. Fan reactions became more coordinated. Reddit threads, Discord servers, Twitter hashtags like Fire Bella and Recast Ellie gained serious traction. It wasn't just the public either. Even gaming insiders, the very people who praised Bella's courage in taking on the role, began to turn. Leaked call sheets allegedly showed Bella skipping rehearsals or requesting solo script reviews to change lines. It's like finding out your favorite band's lead singer actually just lip syncs. The disappointment is palpable. And guess who started trending again? Caitlin Dever. The internet never forgets, and it certainly has a long memory when it comes to who should have played Ellie. Now, Hollywood doesn't have public blacklists anymore. It's much more subtle, much more insidious. What happens behind the scenes is worse. Sources inside multiple casting agencies started confirming it. Bella's name was being removed from shortlists for major roles after The Last of Us collapse. One executive allegedly told an insider blog, she became a risk not because of the controversy, but because she couldn't carry the weight. Ouch. That's like being told you're great, but the stage collapsed when you stood on it. Neil Druckmann, once her most vocal supporter, has reportedly gone radio silent on Bella. No more social media mentions, no more public praise, just distance. The final blow? Bella's team reportedly reached out to a top streaming platform for a new deal and were politely declined. The reason? Too much noise. That, my friends, is Hollywood speak for you're done, at least for now. It's like getting a text from your ex that just says, new phone, who dis? The message is clear, the door is closed, and they've probably changed the locks. And as Bella fades into silence, the Ellie torch may already be passing hands. Industry buzz suggests Caitlin Dever, yes, the original contender for Ellie before Bella, is back on the shortlist. But this time, not just for a series, for a feature-length reboot. Whispers of a darker, more grounded Last of Us film have been floating around studio lots. This version supposedly ditches the Part 2 plot entirely and reimagines Ellie in a new timeline without Bella. Even leaked concept art suggests a more mature, war-scarred Ellie, totally different from Ramsey's younger portrayal. Neil Druckmann is allegedly involved, but this time he's keeping creative control much tighter. No improvisation, no experiments, just a clean break from the disaster behind them. It's like when you move into a new house and immediately repaint over that questionable wallpaper. You just want a fresh start, right? And for the fans, this might just be the fresh start they've been begging for.